Welcome back, guys. This is going to be part one of what if Naruto and Sasuke were teleported or they traveled to My Hero Academia world. I know the wallpaper. It's a copy of other YouTuber, though he just did not complete the. It's also the idea of the same YouTuber. If possible, I'll keep the link in the description. But guys, he did not complete the what if, so I'm thinking to do it. And so yeah, guys, and so let's get started. So in this, what if Naruto and Sasuke are going to get travel into My Hero Academia? Well, they're not going to be born. I just want to specify this over and over again because many people think that they are going to born with quirks. No, if they are born with quirks, all for one will target them and just take their quirks, man, and then he'll become overpowered. That's why. And so yeah, let's start this what if. This what if starts, with Naruto and Sasuke. Now in this what if, Naruto is said to be an Uchiha, but he never unlocked his dojutsu. But during the fight with Kaguya, he unlocked his Mangekyo. Yeah, I'm just gonna state that. And he was able to absorb so much chakra from Kaguya somehow. And he was able to copy many Mangekyo abilities that he was able to gain. He was able to gain this Mangekyo Sharingan. He has, he does not need to transplant eyes. And yeah, this is one of his eyes. He has this eye in both eyes, and one of his eyes, which is going to be the right eye, is going to can change into the Rinnegan. Like, yeah, this is going to be his Rinnegan, which is special. And Naruto's abilities are he's able to Kamui, but unlike Obito, they're not 5 minutes, just forever. And he can Kamui through anything, nothing can stop him. And when he's in Kamui mode, he's still able to do jutsus, which is awesome. Only Sasuke can touch him, or any Otsutsuki. And they fight, and then there was very little hope when the Siege of Six Packs Hamura. Both of them grant Naruto their chakra, completely making them broken like hell, and they fight Kaguya like shit. And in this what if, I'm just gonna say that Naruto was able to, before the fight, was able to do such an ultimate Tokno Jutsu. I mean, just crazy. They did not had to fight. They are not going to fight. So Naruto and Sasuke are going to fight, goddamn fight Kaguya, and then Naruto pulls out Kaguya's Rinne Sharingan, and he turns it into chakra, which he absorbs. Then he punches Kaguya in the face, sends her flying, and then he was able to pull out all the 9 bijus and was able to absorb it in himself, all the 90 bijus. And Sasuke was able to take 10 tails, and they fought like hell, man. But at the end, when they thought that the fight was over and Hamura and Hagurama were relieved, this is when the new threat appears. This is when Kaguya stands up again and shoots an ash bone. And in this one, I just want to say that Sakura is not very weak; she cannot move. No, this Kakashi and Obito died, but entrusting all of his powers to Naruto. And Naruto has Shizui's ability and many other people's ability. He has the ultimate Sharingan and the ultimate Rinnegan. And Sasuke is going to protect now, he's going to get hit by the Ash Bones. But Naruto then uses his Rinnegan's ability, time control, and is able to reverse time. And Naruto and Sasuke's Rinnegan, if you guys take it, you can't use it. Only they can use it. And they have infinite Izanagi curse. I'm just going to say that Hagoromo gave it to them. And then what happens is both of them smack Kaguya away, and then Sasuke uses all of his remaining energy, and was able to just use a powerful God-like Chidori, completely demolishing Kaguya. But before she dies, she was able to open portal to Earth and gain so much power from Earth. And so when she died, she kept a curse Kama seal on Kaguya. I mean, on Sasuke. Even though she wanted to keep on a girl, she was able to only keep it on Sasuke. And Sasuke was like, what is this? And Hagurama and Hamura, they feel even more intense strength, and then they explain everything quickly, and then they merge both with both of them, give away all the chakra to both of them, which makes them like boost on like Naruto and Sasuke both can feel this tremendous chakra. Naruto goes, and then Naruto goes, if they both are scared like hell, the threat is very high. And this is when Ishiki appears in Jigen form, and then he starts to fight Naruto. And then he sees that Naruto is a very capable vessel, and he completely demolishes, Sasuke. But then Sasuke activates Kamasi and starts demolishing, Ishiki, Jigen, because Jigen is only able to use 25% of his power, but yet he was able to handle both of them pretty much easy until Naruto goes, I had enough. Sasuke uses his Rinnegan and then switches places with Jigen. Of course, Jigen, completely obliterates him, and Sasuke's eyes Dojutsu. Sasuke and Naruto fall on the earth, and then a massive amount of earth chakra go inside of them. Unknowingly to them, they both gain more power, and all so much of huge amount of chakra go inside Naruto. Everyone's chakra turn into a small chakra which goes inside Naruto, which boosts Naruto into crazy. He becomes like Super Saiyan Goku, and he gets like something like he becomes some kind of Goku, and he starts beating on Jigen. And I'm just gonna say that Zetsu was still alive, and Sasuke was able to absorb Zetsu and gain more power. He was like, and they started beating Jigen. They killed Jigen, and then they're like, he was powerful, but then he evolves. Jigen comes back to life and in his real form, and then he starts to shit on both of them, and then he gives his karma seal to Naruto. Naruto, knowing that he has no other option, he goes and asks all the tail beasts for help and goes to Baryon mode, and he was able to burn away Ishiki's soul out of him, and then he touched Sasuke and was able to do the same. But this is when the before both of the souls were completely demolished, like Jigen had no other option. So the Kaguya, they're like, if we are gonna die, we'll kill you too. And they use their power to kill them, creating a portal to nothingness. But when they do it, they Naruto and Sasuke fall, and they meet all the tail beasts. Naruto connects with Sasuke's 10 tails. Just I'm gonna say Gero Maza, which lost a massive power. So now it's not able to suck tail beasts, pull tail beasts, but he gained a lot of tentacles power, and so Sasuke's Rinnegan evolved in 9 Tomoe, and he became way powerful. He got a Karma seal on his left arm, Naruto got it on his right arm, but both of them even have the sun and moon seals, and their seals from their hand, it goes right to their shoulders. On the shoulders, they get their sun and the moon seal, and when they what they can their Karma seal can evolve into sun seal and the moon seal, and both of them are falling on now to activate his Karma seal, and was able to break the time and space, creating a huge chakra break, causing so much chakra into Naruto and Sasuke, making them like broken as hell, and then pushes them into a different dimension. And then the next thing they remember is they are standing on water, floating on water. They are in middle of an ocean. Then Naruto takes Sasuke with him to his mindscape, and they talk to the nine bijus. The nine bijus are like, sorry Naruto, but it looks like we have come to a different dimension. In this dimension, I can sense huge amount of stupidity. Just kidding. There's very less chakra. I think you should use the chakra of yours and connect it with this planet. And I met the sage of six paths. And last thing he told us was that you guys can't return back. You have to live in this world. But thanks to you both, everyone are free. And all of them know what you guys did. And Sasuke and Naruto were happy. At least now that they are not, they were able to save everyone, but they sacrificed themselves. And then they are like, wait, if we are in different dimension, then why do we look a little bit younger? And then they are like, well, that all chakra outbreak. You guys are somewhat like, so then all the 9 you say that you guys inherited a lot of chakra, making you guys immortal and youthful. So now all of you not only have Izanagi, but you guys are immortal at the same time. In this world, everyone have to be sense differences in chakra. It looks weird, but you guys have to check it. And of course, Naruto and Sasuke like, okay. Then Naruto gets something in his mind. He's like, wait, that means I'm not hated by the villagers. That means Sasuke is not hated by the villagers. That means we are not the only Uzumakis and Uchihas. We can start a new life. And then all 9 beasts are like, yes, yes, Naruto. And Naruto starts smiling. He's like, yeah. And then he's like, but can I get my ramen? And all of them face palms. Even Sasuke is like, you don't care about we almost getting killed by gods, we getting godly powers, we in a different world, and you just care about ramen. And Naruto's like, man, ramen is something else, man. You have ramen, you can beat a god. And everyone are like, damn, man, this guy's ramen addiction. And so Naruto and Sasuke walk on water and they come to land. This is the Debabaji beach. I forgot its name, guys. And yeah, in that beach. And then Naruto and Sasuke connect with the earth and learn about this planet. They were only able to find little bit info, so they were able to, they went to libraries. They disguised themselves into humans, other people, and they went, learned everything about this world. And then Naruto comes. So, this world quirks are a part of chakra, and everyone has different quirks. And all of these chakra evolved into something that they can only use one type of chakra. That means someone has a fire chakra nature, someone has eyes, someone has different, and that means there can be Biju's level, Biju's chakra types also. That means they can be beasts, and and Sasuke was confused. He's like, Naruto, is that even you? And so Naruto's like, yeah, what happened, dope? And Sasuke's like, dope, you became intelligent, and then all 9 used to like, that must be the karma seals. It gave some intelligence to Naruto, and Naruto's like, hey, I'm always been intelligent, guys. Don't hate me about that. And Naruto starts crying. He's like, in a fake tears, he's like, I'm always been intelligent, and everyone face palms again. And so yeah, Naruto then finds. Then he's like, so how old are we? And then how the tail beasts are like, well, if we are correct. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that Midoriya and all of the UA students are 15 years old. Naruto and Sasuke are 15 years old, and Naruto and Sasuke are like, shall we also go in examination? And Naruto's like, well, the exam, according to books, it happened a week ago. Like, it's been a week and a few days, like 3 days ago. Do you think we will be able to do the examination? I don't think so, but we may go and meet the principal. But before that, let's read more about some books, and then find out about how you should follow rules. And Naruto and Sasuke, being with their dojutsu, easily learn everything. And then Naruto's like, hey Sasuke, do you have a Byakugan? And Sasuke's like, yeah, why dope? Naruto's like, even I have it, and I have this dojutsu. He activates his dojutsu, and he's like, I found out its abilities. I can shrink any non-living beings into like small and store them in a dimension where time does not exist, and bring them. And Sasuke's like, well, dope. That's a good idea, ability. And Naruto's like, well, I was able to use this ability in many things. And Sasuke's like, oh, okay, but how did you find about the ability? And then Naruto's like, when I bought over 10,000 ramen, like I stole it in my Kamui dimension. I wanted to, like I cooked them all, and then I forgot. I cannot eat all of them in a single day. I cooked too much, like too much. For me, I can stand with that ramen for about in 2 years. And Sasuke's like, for Naruto 2 years? That means for me, damn, how much ramen did you cook? God damn it! And Naruto's like, eh. Then I stored it in a different dimension, and then After 3 days, I bought it back, and then I found out that I had this ability where I can store them in a different dimension where time does not exist. So my food is all cooked and ready, so I can eat whenever I want. And Sasuke is like, well, this is something, the only good thing that you have ever done. A brainy thought. And then they learn, and then Naruto remembers all the jutsus from School of Sealing, and he starts learning all of them. And like in the mindscape. So for them, 3 years in the mindscape is just 3 minutes. I'm just gonna say. So when they wake up and they're like, we're all ready, and then they're now to flying Raijins to my, UA, and by mistakenly they release some chakra, and that force was so high that if everyone, including All Might, was like completely baffled. It's like, this power, amazing. And then Naruto Sasuke just teleport to the Nezu's office, and they're like, Nezu's like, who are you? And Naruto sees it like, wait, where is the principal? Aren't we supposed to meet the principal called Nezu? Who the hell are you? How is there a talking mouse? Are you summoning? And then Sasuke's like, Naruto? And then Naruto's like, oh, okay, okay, I understand. And then he's like, so you must be Nezu, right? And Nezu's like, yes, that's me. Who are you? How did you get in here? Naruto's like, well, we want to become class 1A students. We were not able to participate in the exams. And Nezu's like, oh, okay. But why will you guys think that I'll pass you and enter you in the exams? And Naruto's like, we broke in without any alert. And Sasuke's like, which I think in you it's almost impossible if I'm right. We easily broke in without any alert. And we are like just came to your office. And then Nezu's like, okay. But may I know your quirk? And Naruto and Sasuke like, quirk? What shall we say? What shall we say? And then nine the Two Tails advises Naruto saying, tell them that you have chakra and karma seal. Or you can just say karma seal. And then both of them know, like Sasuke, he tells whispers to Sasuke, and Sasuke says, well, our quirk is called karma seal. This mark on hand. It gives us the power of a literal god. We are able to control this thing inside our body called chakra and make it into different elements. And Naruto and Sasuke both have all five chakra natures, all Kekkei Genkai and Todais. And he's like, okay. And when just to guys let you know, when they were in the library, sometimes they were not in the disguise, and every girl were like fanboying and fangirling over Naruto and Sasuke because they looked so hot and they were so ripped. Naruto, he was like tired of wearing his orange jumpsuit, and he just removed and threw it away, and he wore the look exactly like his hair grew like Minato's, and you know he wore the dress that Minato wore as a kid. And Sasuke, he wore a shirt and a pant, and on the shirt there was one red cloud to show that he is also an Akatsuki. And yeah, they kept their badges, their headbands somewhere else. And Naruto and Sasuke, they're like, um, our powers are just too great for you humans. But anyways, can we join? And Nezu's like, can you show me your power? And Naruto's like, okay. And they do some little bit bloodlust. I mean, tiny, 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 tiny bit, which completely freaks Nezu out. And he's like, okay, you guys can join class 1A, the hero course. And Naruto's like, well, thank you. And like Nezu brings out some student and says them to take them to the hero course. And when they're talking, when they're walking, that student is like, so what's your quirk? And Naruto's like, oh, it's karma seal. I'm able to manipulate energy within my body, same as him. And we get different abilities with it, and different eyes and different kinds of legend mythical powers. And then she's like, amazing. And Naruto's like, what's your quirk? And she's like, oh, my quirk is called steel. I can throw steel out of my mouth in like a bullet size, and the steel can become anything and capture the opponent. It's just like a glue which I can shoot from my mouth, which turns into steel. And Naruto's like, cool. And she's like, and that girl is like, yeah, I know, right? And So she points, shows them the UA, and she leaves. And that girl is nothing, required for for the movie, or at least I'm calling the series, just a random side character. So now Naruto and Sasuke enter the class, and and Aiza was told about them, and Aiza was like, "Oh, here you are," and then everyone in the class are like, "Who are they?" And the Bakugo is like, "Hey, Sensei, who are these extras?" And then Naruto's like, "Shut up, you dumbass!" And also, for some reason, Naruto became more cool-headed, and Sasuke became too. And they're like, and then he's like, "What did you say?" He goes for his explosion, and Aiza activates his quirk. And Naruto's, sun mark and moon mark. I mean, like, Sasuke, they were able to have universal understanding. So they understood about Aizawa's quirk easily. In the starting, Sasuke thought he was an Uchiha with Sharingan, and then Naruto holds his hand, is like, and then Sasuke notices and he's like, okay, I get it. And he uses his seal for universal understanding to understand things. And then Naruto and Sasuke, our quirks are called Karma Seal. We are able to manipulate this energy in our body, which we can do multiple things. And then, of course, Deku takes his notebook and starts writing. And Naruto, for some reason, feels an interest in Deku to train him. He sees some determination in Deku. And Sasuke also sees the same. So, the next day, All Might comes in, and he was told about these kids. All Might comes in and says, "Today we are going to do hero versus villains," and everyone was excited. Naruto was wearing the UA uniform, and then his hero costume is going to be, you know, I'm gonna give this one, guys. Yeah, this. And everyone sees Naruto's like, damn, boy, that guy looks hot. All the girls, are completely blushing. And the ship, I'm gonna keep them. Okay, guys. And Sasuke comes with, the way he looks in your canon, you know, with Orochimaru. All of them are like, and then Naruto's like, oh, just let me insert my shirt. And then he pulls up his shirt, and everyone see, his ripped body with Sasuke's. And then almost everyone are about to have, all of them have nosebleed. I mean, except for boys. And Minata gets angry. He's like, damn, these people are stealing girls already. And then out of insert inserts his shirt, and Sasuke is like, come on, Naruto. And they both go. And then the first match is, Naruto Sasuke versus, Bakugo and Todoroki. Now, everyone knows about Todoroki's power. And they're like, damn, those kids are dead. Todoroki, Bakugo are the strongest. And Midoriya was in the room. He was writing. He's like, this is going to be such a good experience to find out about their quirks. And then as they enter, Bakugo tries to do surprise explosion, which Naruto Sasuke just keeps his hand and absorbs it, and he's like pathetic and just kicks Bakugo like just not that hard, and just Bakugo's flying away, and then everyone like what? And then Naruto's like Rasengan, and he just creates a beam and just demolishes you know like a huge iceberg that was coming towards him, and then he's like, and then he just answers, he says, "Fire star, mag, aiming flame bomb," and just shoots majestic fire, which turns into a small fire bullet, which completely burns, like Bakugo and Todoroki. Bakugo tried to use, his ultimate attack, his goglets. He uses it, and I'm gonna say Todoroki uses his ultimate iceberg, but both of them get demolished like it was nothing. And both just get knocked out, and then Naruto, and both are very burnt in state, and they're like, everyone are like, they beat them like they were nothing, and then Naruto like touches both of them, and both of them are completely healed. He's like, that's done. And they're like, wait, he can heal too? And so yeah, then after everyone, whoever won, whoever lost. It was not given in the anime, so I don't care. And so yeah, everyone, they are surprised what Deku's and Sasuke's abilities are, and they keep fanboying over him, them both, because they look awesome. And Todoroki, they meet Todoroki, and they explain Todoroki that that's your power, not your dad's. They found out about about Endeavor, not abusiveness, but they asked, why are you all so cold? What happened? Who do you lose? And he explains everything about his past. And Naruto, and does this awesome talk no jutsu, saying like exactly like you know almost like Midoriya, and they like then Naruto goes to Midoriya and is like, hmm. He touches Midoriya and then he activates Sharingan. And Midoriya is like, what? And then he sees into Midoriya's soul. He's like, oh, so you have chakra, eh? So you have this thingy called one for all. And he's like, how do you know? And then All Might was there and he's like, how do you know? And then Naruto's like, well, our quirks allow us to tell everything. Don't worry, we won't tell anyone. And then they take, and then he's like, but we can help you learn one for all easily. Our powers are superior to that quirk. And that quirk has some characteristics to our quirks. And and Naruto's Sasuke's like, really? And Naruto's like, yeah. And this makes, you know, our fanboy Deku very happy. And then Naruto says, but in when we do train you, you lose your fanboy nature. You'll still be fanboy, but you'll become more like badass. And so they train Naruto. I mean, they train Deku, and Deku, like with few days of training, 1 week of training, he becomes ripped, more ripped, and becomes more stronger. Easily able to handle 40% of one for all, and he's able to flow it through his entire body. And then it's the USG attack. Now in this USG attack, like they, instead of Naruto and Sasuke going inside the bus, they just teleport on top of the bus and they're like, go go go, and then all of them, everyone inside the bus are like talking about what is Deku's, and Deku, I mean, Deku's quirk is like All Might, and their quirks are some. So everyone are like, they keep discussing about Naruto and Sasuke's quirk, and then they reach the USJ. Now here's going to be the biggest differences. Now when all the villains like when they 13 is talking, Sasuke and Naruto don't even give a crap about 13 because they don't give a damn. They are OP like hell. And so when sorry for the siren, it's somewhere outside there. It's the ambulance. Huh? And so guys, I'm gonna do the USJ in the next part. Just kidding. So when all the villains attack, Naruto and Sasuke see that and they vanish. They body flicker to all the villains and keep knocking them out like that's just a baby's game. They destroy and demolish all the villains. Aizawa did not even get a chance, and before anyone knew, all the so like only 1/3 of the villains are left, and then in a second they all fell down, and then All Might was there with them this time, and like, seeing that he's like he summons Nomus, and then I like Shigaraki says these Nomus are 5 times stronger than All Might when he fought my master, and then All Might hears and he's like, don't tell me all for one. And yes, and Shigaraki smiles and says, yes, he made this 5 times stronger than your prime. And they all of the Nomus go, and then and then this makes all my greatest teeth like, no, I cannot end life like this. And then this is when Naruto and Sasuke come in, pathetic, and they activate their ribcage Susanoo with hands. Naruto has a sword, Sasuke has a sword, and they just demolish all the Nomus like they're nothing, and they're like, how? There's no way, they have ultra regeneration. And Naruto, and the strongest three Nomus comes, and Naruto's like, I don't give a crap, and creates a Rasengan. And the way that Menma created in that movie, that was rivaling Rasen Shuriken, and he was able to almost destroy the entire Leaf Village with that move. He does that, throws it, demolishes, you know, like one, completely vaporizes one Nomu, and then Sasuke uses his lightning lighting blade and turns it into Raikiri, destroying the other Nomu, completely vaporizing it because of the sheer amount of lightning strength from it. And then Sasuke Naruto fist pump, and the Karmas will go up to their eyes. Sasuke has that same one as Boruto, and but instead of in blue, it has purple color. For Naruto, he has red color, Ishiki's one, and on his right arm. And then they walk towards Nomu so calmly. The last Nomu comes to punch them. With one finger, they stop that ultimate punch, and then Naruto and Sasuke both do one thing. They shout, Rasengan, Chidori, fusion attack, Rasen Chidori, and demolishes the Nomu out of existence and like destroys half of the USJ. And they're like, I guess we went overboard. And Sasuke starts shouting and saying at Naruto, we did not have to do it. If you were so damn had to use such a powerful attack. And Naruto goes, oh yeah? Who are the one you're talking? You are the one who used the Chidori. And we both fused it. It's not my fault. And they both are arguing with each other and they're like, huh, fine. And everyone's jaws are dropped. Even Midoriya's. He only saw them, little bit, but now he saw their power, and he thinks this is their full power. And then Ahmed goes, "How much power did you use?" They're like, "We maybe even barely used 1% of our power." And all of them are like baffled. Is like, and they are like, "All right, we'll go." And then the 1 week was given break, and all of them requested them to train Sasuke and Naruto to train them. And Sasuke and Naruto had nothing to do, and so they started to train. This is when in the middle of the week, new characters are going to enter, which are going to be the ships. And yeah, this is where I'm going to end this part, guys. I have to study. Sorry, guys, but I hope you guys enjoy this. And Naruto Susanoo is going to look like this. You see this red Susanoo and black, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned, and I'm going to upload all my videos. And please subscribe it, guys. Please. So goodbye, guys.